Well, I have to say congrats on your baby boy. He is so cute. He is so adorable. How is he doing? Has he had any recent milestones?
I mean, I feel like he's about to crawl. Like in the next week or two, I feel like he's going to be a crawler, which reminds me I need to like baby proof the house and cover the outlets and stuff. But right now he's just a stationary potato. But he's so sweet. He's like so smiley. And when we can get him to laugh because he's a tough crowd, he's just like the happiest little boy. So we just feel so lucky to get, even though we wish we were touring and we miss it, and all that goes with it, we do feel like this time that's been given back to us off the road to be home for Hayes's first year of life is so special and has sort of become my husband and my silver lining of the year. Because it's like, hey, we can't tour, but at least we get to witness every milestone with our baby, his first year, and he gets to be home because, we've been touring for 5 years straight. So it is kind of like nice as new parents to get this time back. So that's been one plus.
I was dying over the little jacket that Miranda Lambert sent him.
Yeah, me too. Well, she sent us both a jacket, luckily, like, because I would have been jealous if just Hayes got one because that was so like bougie and sparkly and cool. But no, his name is on the back of his and all the fringe. And then I have a denim jacket with my name on it. So maybe we'll get like a Halloween picture or something in them.
I love it. You guys are too cute. Your whole family is just so adorable. I know, a lot of new moms and moms in general talk and about just the struggles in general, but you have recently done a Red Table Talk where you and a couple other stars have talked about mommy shaming and how horrible it is. How have you been able to combat that sort of negative energy on the internet and in general?
I think just kind of shutting it down, turning it off has been cleansing. And it sucks because I wish that I could share my baby's face, but I also know that the repercussions of sharing that sliver of my life publicly comes with its own downsides. And I feel like it is nice to be able to talk about it with other mothers, especially other moms that are also kind of public figures, because I feel like, we all experience mom shaming, but when it's a bunch of strangers saying it to you, it just, for some reason, it just feels sometimes even more isolating. So I am glad that, Jada and Red Table Talk with, Jessica and Ashley, like they all wanted to talk about it because they've all dealt with it. And they've probably dealt with it more than me because, Jessica has several kids and it's just we all deal with it in our own ways. For me personally, my solution was to just kind of keep his life private, and I'll post photos of him because I'm not like ashamed that I have a kid. I want to like share that part of my life. It's a huge part of it, but I just think for his own sake, I just don't show his face in photos.
You have been really brave and open about all struggles, happy things, of course, because motherhood is amazing, but also the struggles and dealing with the baby blues, a little bit of postpartum. How did you recognize that and decide you wanted to share that with your fans?
I mean, it was actually my therapist that recognized it and like diagnosed me, because when you're in that fog of like being a new mom and breastfeeding and pumping and no sleep, you're not really connected to your body's signals as much because it's just all you're in the bubble. So thank God I had the foresight to still continue like phone therapy during the pandemic. And I have people around me that care about me to kind of help me recognize that. And now it's like so much better, but I kind of got through the woods, but I definitely felt like, oh my God, if I'm going through this right now, especially as a new mother in a pandemic which a lot of new moms and pregnant women this year are scared and feel very like unsure. I feel like, you know, I was so lacking material and conversations about postpartum depression, because I feel like the only kind of high profile person I could find that has spoken about it the most honestly is like Chrissy Teigen. Mm-hmm. And that article helped me so much, knowing that I wasn't crazy feeling the things I was feeling. But everyone's case is different. Like for me, it was like, I'm not disconnected from my baby. I love my baby. I'm just completely disconnected from myself. And so, I think being able to talk about it, and maybe, you know, coming from me for the moms that are fans of mine, and have gone or are going through the same thing, I hope that they feel closer to me in that way, because I certainly feel closer to them. And, you know, like, we're not perfect. Like, we're human beings. No. We are complex and nuanced, and not everyone just snaps back after giving birth mentally. No. So I think being able to talk about it definitely lightens the stigma attached to it, because there's already enough mom shame. I feel like being able to talk about postpartum depression also lightens the shame, because we all feel like, oh my God, I feel so guilty. I should just be like in love with my baby and like this whole process. But that's not how it is all the time. So I think being able to talk about it has been really helpful for my mental health, at least.
What do we have brewing with new music? Are you working? Do you and Ryan, you guys are so cool. Like, I just think you're the coolest couple. Are you guys working together on new music at home? Do you help each other out on songs? Like, how does that collaboration work?
Yeah, I mean, we met, 7 years ago in a co-write. So I feel like our relationship will always kind of coalesce with music, and, being able to collaborate and be creative with one another. And we've written some great songs during this pandemic. And I feel like he's probably in the same boat. Like, there's not as much pressure, and we're not touring simultaneously. So it is kind of nice to just be able to sink our teeth into the creative part and not be touring, alongside it. So, we've written some cool songs. We wrote a couple weeks ago with Julia Michaels, which was really fun because she was here in town.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, I had never written with her before, but I've been a fan for years, and she's just, one of the most successful songwriters in our generation right now. And I feel like I didn't know what to expect in the room with her, but she just, she's so quick and brilliant. So we got a cool song with her. And then I'll always write with Ryan. That's like a fun part. And then even if I'm not writing on the song, he and I play each other our demos of songs. And, I always love to get his opinion on something, because I trust him and he has a good ear. And so, and hopefully vice versa. So, we definitely try to help each other out.
So you are going to perform for Verizon for virtual concert. Tell me about what we can expect.
Yes, I'm doing 5 shows that we are streaming from the Ryman Auditorium, which is the Mother Church of Nashville. If you've ever been to it, it's amazing. It's hallowed grounds. And it's broadcasting to 5 different cities, and we're going to change each set. So each city gets like their own unique show, and lots of different outfits. I mean, like it's a real show for us. Like it's been so long that this is such a treat.
Will you perform The Bones? Because it is so successful, it's nuts.
I definitely will. I feel like I would kick myself if I left that one out of the set list. So that's definitely going in there. And I haven't really gotten to perform The Bones in a live sense since the Houston Rodeo show. So I haven't even gotten to like witness the crowd reaction. And I guess, this will still be virtual as well, but at least like the song has been out and been popular. And it's just so fun when a song's actually doing well and you get to play it live and people freak out.
Absolutely. How do you think that song has resonated with people? I mean, I remember when you dropped it, but it has become even more important and inspirational now with everything we're going through as a country?
Well, I mean, I think certain songs, and you don't set out for them to do this because no one can know what it will do as time goes on. But I love when songs sort of become akin with the times, and they're almost like living documents themselves. And I wrote it about, a relationship, but the Bones has taken on a more worldly meaning this year, 2020, with everything being shut down and sort of at a standstill and extremely unpredictable. I feel like the Bones message of, we're in the home stretch of the hard times, and the house don't fall when the bones are good, like that applies to what we're all feeling right now. And we want to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like music has always been that, and even more so now.